Hi, this is Robert Downey Jr. The P word is just fucking spectacular. I listen every week. Oh, and listener discretion is advised.
What makes people all over America break down and cry like this? Call 1-900-9099-CRY and hear it for yourself. $2 for the first minute, 45 cents each additional minute. If you're under 18, ask your parents before you call. 1-900-9099-CRY.
Was that some kind of fetish?
The American
What
moron.
the hell was that?
It's funny as shit, but it's lowbrow.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That was something back in the 80s, 90s, one of those. I don't know. I was tempted. I mean, remember that time we called one of those lines?
We did.
Oh, that
We were
had
on
to
the
be a
air?
blast.
I don't remember that.
We called one in here, but it was like some, I think it was a bakery now. And I started yelling at him because I think I was kind of drunk, and I just started screaming at him like, why the hell? I don't understand. Like,
We did this on the air.
yeah. I was like, you're supposed to be this, that, and the other thing, and you're not doing, oh my God. What? Yeah. Then I went home and I was terrified to look at my phone the next morning because I was like, oh shit, I'm going to go to jail for that.
In return for
Honey, what's this bill for $2,000?
What do you remember those 976 numbers?
Oh, yeah, man.
I was a little kid and like nobody's home and I called it and then I'm like, okay, I've had enough, and you hang up and it doesn't go away. You can't hang up.
lost my
keeps
audio.
going for
And it keeps going. And I'm thinking Dad's going to get like a $4,000 phone bill and murder me with it.
Oh, I got lady my mom worked with. Her daughter was such a rebel and so pissed off in her teenage years. Racked up a $9,000 phone bill from them back in the early 90s.
Jesus.
Like 91, 92. And I remember her coming home from work and going, you ever call any of these phone numbers, I will kill you. I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, I come walking in the living room or your bedroom, turn the TV off, and there's these 1-900 commercials on. I'm like, okay, it's on, but I'm dead asleep, Mom.
in return for money.
In
return for money.
Oh my God.
So the lady my mom used to work with, her daughter racked up a $9,000 phone bill in 1 month.
See, my sisters would do that, just calling Pottstown.
Yeah, it was like that. It was a toll charge. I had a girlfriend who lived up near Oxford Valley Mall when I was in 12th grade. Still remember the phone number. That's how great. Like I dialed it that much. And my father would come to me, you're going to cover this, right?
Well, my
Cover what?
the girl I was dating in college, she was in France. I'd call like maybe once a month.
Ooh, that must have been
And
really
I called, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning my time, so I'd wake her lazy ass up so she'd talk to me. Talk for like half an hour and then go. And my dad would get the phone bill and he just handed it to me. I'm like, this is $200. He goes, yeah. I'm like, it's not all me. You're paying it.
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, that or he's going to rip the phone off the wall again.
Oh, I remember.
But yeah.
I want you to be on my team. I want you to be on my team.
I think it's
fine.
Something.
Anyway, Joby, thank you for finally being on the show.
Kill me.
I'm
I'm here.
I want you to be on my team.
Finally.
Now we got to get to the chopper.
All we had to do is have like,
him down.
I want you to be on
I
my
know, I have a
team.
very powerful voice. I apologize.
I have a powerful voice too, but I'm just keeping.
I talk like a girl, so that's fine.
I've always been
I
told
want you to be
I have
on
a
my
voice
team.
for radio.
Touch
I have a
it.
face for radio.
Touch it.
Yeah.
That sounds really weak.
What are you doing back over there? What's going on?
I'm having some issues. I think it's time for new cables again.
Well, now you sound
Touch it.
better.
Not me.
Well, you walked away from
Drugs and alcohol.
That
See
was
that?
awful.
When you punch it, then it pushes through enough signal.
Drugs and alcohol.
No, it's doing it fine now.
Fucking piece of shit. To buy some new shit again.
already.
Listen, I'm here to talk, not fix everybody's audio problems.
I'm not
as
asking you to
usual.
fix Jackass. Hey, Jackass is here. Joby.
Fucking sucks.
That sounded distorted.
It is distorted.
So what is going on with you?
I am getting prepared for our return to the Broken Goblet.
But what am I seeing these ads where they're advertising?
It was.
What did you do?
It's what I wasn't doing, and that I had put plans in motion. We have talked, and I'm still in the band for right now. I was going through some serious issues.
Oh, this is real.
This was real. I was going some serious issues after we got done our last gig.
He's talking about Romeo Delight for those that don't know.
And unbeknownst to my guys, I was actually seriously thinking about leaving anyway, due to issues, mental issues, like what I want to do, where I want to go. And and of course, ads came out. I got about 20 to 25 either messages or phone calls saying, hey, what's going on? We talked a couple weeks ago. I said, this is what I want to do, or this is what I'm going to do. And I've already put stuff in motion to fix not only myself to become a better bass player, better vocalist, work on my harmonies, and sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Okay.
So I'm back in the gym 2 to 3 days a week.
You're just getting water for people, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And being a heavier kid all my life, like there's one summer where my mom had me on like an Atkins diet when I was little, dropped a whole bunch of weight, but I put it back on. And like I took a serious account like right before Christmas and between Christmas and New Year's and said to myself, I can either cry about it and bullshit, or I can turn things around. So I decided to do the latter. I want to turn things around. I want us to have better gigs. I want us to do better performances. Make sure everything's correct. We warm up properly. We do this correctly. And I want to, with the rest of the guys in the band, we want to jump up to the next level. And for us and for me, there's no, and there's just no. It gets done regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Probably either tonight or tomorrow morning, depending on how tired I am when I get home tonight. I'll be on my elliptical downstairs.
I looked right over at the same thing.
Yeah, the alcohol.
Yeah, ellipticals are awesome.
I'm not a drinker, and if everybody knows me, I'm maybe once during the week, if that. Like if I'm mixing or something, I've got to have my wits about me to make sure I'm doing my job. And as you know, I'm pretty good at my job.
Mm-hmm.
And it's my job to get the band to relax, be comfortable. That way they can perform. That's how I look at being an audio engineer.
So people that don't know, Joby is the bass player in Romeo Delight.
Thank you.
And so we saw some things in the last couple of weeks, and we were asking questions, and that's not why he's here. He's here because
I'm here because I want to pick on you.
He needed to be here for a long time.
Yes.
But alongside to that, right?
Alongside to
that. There's
As
a
we get
short,
philosophical
there's a short
for a minute.
side to that too. But no.
So you're talking about the hypotenuse.
Yes.
Okay.
And the isosceles triangle.
Yes.
The azimuth of the angle.
There you go.
Joby also does sound work. He's a sound man. He's that grumpy guy when you walk in the bar and says, "Turn that shit down."
Exactly. And that's
He's one
what
of
I do
those
to Paul
guys.
and Mark every time I get a chance to mix them.
And he also has a business with his wife.
No, not wife. Fiance, technically.
How long have you guys been together, dude?
6 years.
Okay. She's your wife.
It's almost, yeah.
She's his wife.
Yeah.
Financially.
Legally next year, actually.
Well,
Not in Pennsylvania.
no, I'm in
I thought it was
Jersey.
7.
Oh, they're in Jersey.
I'm in Jersey, dude.
I don't
so
think
I
in
have
Pennsylvania
no
That's
they
like
idea.
the Wild West then.
I
You're
don't think
fine.
Pennsylvania does that.
She's a periodontist over in Cherry Hill, and I help run the office. Sometimes really good, sometimes really bad, because I'm a man. I forget stuff, and get sidetracked because I'm probably ADD or whatever.
No, that's it. You're right. You're a man. I mean, I was shocked when I was growing up, and I
can
couldn't
admit that.
I would be like,
she's
Mom,
right.
The first part of the problem.
Whatever
I admit
is
it.
going
no,
on,
it's not even
she's
that.
right.
It was weird, but like,
Right.
when I was living at home, Mom, where's my whatever, and she'd find it. Then I get married, and it's like I'm trying to get to a hockey game. Brie, have you seen my garter belt? She's like, oh, here it is. They know where everything is.
Exactly. And then
You wear a garter belt, yes.
being
Really?
a typical
Yeah.
male,
Hold your
I
socks
can
up.
recite movie quotes off the drop of a dime
Oh yeah,
and completely forget what I had for breakfast yesterday morning.
really?
Absolutely.
No,
The garter belt? Yes. Hockey players wear garter belts.
Oh yeah, dude. I played hockey when I was a little kid. You wear garter belts. It keeps the socks up.
They hold the socks up.
Yeah.
I'll bring it in and
Paul
get
is now
dressed on
shaking
the show.
his
I
head
don't
in
need.
shock.
I don't need to see it. I just never knew this.
I'm going to bring it in next
It's not
week
like
and I'll
we're
put it
holding
on.
a
Life
fishnets,
is
dude.
a learning
And
experience.
I actually don't know if I have one anymore because I had a girdle
Yeah.
with Velcro that I used afterwards, so I didn't need it.
that held the socks up.
That held the socks.
Okay.
Up, yeah.
So everything is, we're going to be rehearsing very hard and very heavy for the next several weeks to get the show correct
Okay.
and how we want to get the platform we want to get to and blow everybody else out of the water. And being in this band the past 16 years, I did take a couple of years off to do Doc Hollywood because I was busy with
nice.
Hollywood,
Yeah.
the family and everything. It wasn't enough. And I got a phone call and I saw that it was Buddy, but his wife was on the other line and all I said was, when's practice? Not hi, not hello. I said, when's practice? Can you be ready for Saturday night at Sweeney's? I said, 100%, I'm ready to go.
Is that Doc Hollywood back in the?
No, that was when I was out of Romeo Delight for a little while. They were having issues with the gentleman who replaced me. And I come back in. Our first guitar player, Mike Bunce, who unfortunately is no longer with us. He passed away several years ago.
That's right.
I'm setting up with my old drummer, Ronnie Jones. And Mike
I know Ronnie.
Mike comes walking in and goes, what are you doing here? I said, he's done. I'm back. And Mike kind of threw a little fit. And I'm like, dude, relax. Let's just get through tonight. We'll see. So by the third song, he looks over at me and goes, smiles.
Aye.
We finished the night, and it was good. Bunce had his problems. He had his issues. I miss the dude because he was a very smart individual, and a lot of other people knew him because, the guitar world, he worked at Ibanez up in Bed Salem. And
Did he work with Mark?
I don't know who he worked with. I know a couple guys that recently have come up and they're like, hey, you playing Romeo? Wasn't Mike Bungie? I'm like, yeah. And they go, oh, yeah, we know Mike. It's too bad about Mike. And, but, God rest Mike. The one-liners that he used to come up with, we'd be crying at practice, laughing our asses off. And like sometimes we could barely get stuff done because we were laughing so hard. But like I said, unfortunately, he passed away several years ago, and his wife before that. So his daughter, I'm like, you feel for his daughter. So I haven't been able to talk to her in years. So, but new year, new attitude, becoming relentless. I just went to Monday night. I went with my old vocal coach, Alicia Shims, who used to sing with the Heartbeats.
I used to go see them back in the 80s.
I called her before Christmas.
Johnny
and
Nutt
said,
was in that band.
Yep. Johnny would love to play with us. He's dying to play a gig with us.
Johnny would do it justice. Nothing against who you have
Oh,
now.
no.
Johnny
Brad's
is
a fantastic guitar player. John's like, dude,
Johnny's
you ever
like-
need to fill in, and I can fill
In my
in.
opinion, he's about the best there is in this area, in the cover band scene.
Yeah, between him, Anthony Galuccio, who plays with Mike,
Yep.
Compt.
Another stellar player.
Yeah, just the talent and to be able to play anything at any time and do it flawlessly.
Mm-hmm.
When I used to work at Tom and Jerry's, mix at Tom and Jerry's, when I knew I had LeCompte coming in, I knew I was in for a treat. because
Did you do old school at Tom
I
and
did
Jerry's?
not do old school at Tom and Jerry's.
Okay.
It was after COVID and everything.
Oh, okay.
And they put somebody else in there for the past several years. And
We played there on July 4th 3 years ago. Oh, something like that.
yeah, I haven't mixed in at Tom and Jerry's in a long time.
Before COVID,
Old
School was in there a lot.
Yeah, before COVID, I was there every Friday. I think you guys were there on Saturdays. So
Yeah, because there was always a band at 5 o'clock
yeah,
or something.
I did the happy hour band at 5 o'clock because I, lived in Essington. I was 5 minutes away, and then
You slummed it down and went to Cherry Hill.
and slummed it down and went to Cherry Hill. Yep. So yeah, got divorced 7 years ago. Unfortunately, over the weekend, my former mother-in-law passed away on Sunday. So Hildy, sorry. But it was, it's time to turn the corner and raise the bar. So we see, the other tribute bands and what they're doing. It's, and we made our niche of doing the albums. So when we were at the Broken Goblet at the end of February, we are doing Van Halen 2 from start to finish.
Awesome.
Really good.
One of my my all-time favorite albums, and I know a lot of guitar players.
Tone Quest.
It's like, oh, and last year we did pull off Fair Warning from start to finish.
And that's an album that
It's hard.
as a guitar player,
Everybody drools over it.
the tone on the first two records is where it's at as a guitar player, but the songwriting on Fair Warning was the darker. It was the dark album. Eddie even referred to it as their dark.
It's a dark era.
I
because
love
he
it.
Referred to it. It was dark. He was angry. He was angry at Dave. He was angry at the record company.
Yep. It was about that time he made that call to Gene.
Yeah, he was ready to walk
That really
away.
happened.
And they almost fired Michael Anthony there too, because they were so impressed, and the record label was so impressed with Billy Sheehan of Talus that they wanted to bring Billy in because Billy could do what Eddie did on bass.
I remember the first DLR album tour.
1986, between watching Billy Sheehan and Steve Vai on stage, I'm like, I quit.
That was the greatest. We were just talking about that concert this past weekend. I was talking to somebody there.
It was
Hey,
awesome.
Larry?
Cinderella was the opener at that
Yep.
show.
You want another one?
No,
Larry
I was
Dresden, how you doing, buddy?
pointing to him.
What's up, Larry?
What an exciting concert that was.
but I
to
mean,
me,
eventually, yes.
I say to people that was my favorite, and I'm a huge Kiss fan. I've seen many iterations of Kiss. That was my favorite concert of all time that I ever saw, followed by Page Plant in '94 when they did that whole thing.
Yep.
And then I will come in with Kiss at the Trocadero, the pre-Revenge tour, when they were trying out material. It was under the radar. They went and played a show there, and
Were they billed as Warlock?
they were billed as Kiss, but it was last minute. It all happened very quickly, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, yeah. Because they used to do warm-up shows as Warlock. Or no, that was the Grateful Dead.
They had some other name that they did stuff under.
Jester?
But
or Wicked Jester?
I mean, I
or
could.
something
Wicked
along
Lester
that
was their original name.
Yes. Wicked Lester was
But I don't.
the hotel booking.
I can honestly say I don't remember how it was booked, but I was there,
Yeah.
and it was one of the greatest nights of my life, and they were on fire. And then from there I could list all my concerts, but the point is that that DLR show was Steve Vai and Billy Sheehan and Greg Bissonette.
Yes.
There's not much that equals that, and I've seen Pink Floyd. I've been to over 100 shows.
Oh, easily.
Concerts in my life, mostly in the 80s, probably 80 shows in the 80s and 25 thereafter or whatever, because I don't get a lot of concerts these days.
I do remember coming out of the Spectrum several times, a little hungry,
Oh, yeah.
going, damn, I'm hungry.
Hungry and sometimes depressed that I don't want to go home and play my guitar.
Yeah, because you sit there and watch it and go, fuck.
I'll never forget seeing a Kiritaka Saki and Loudness open for Motley Crue.
Oh my God, that was awesome.
And I didn't know anything about them at the time. And my friend Ken,
the only thing I
said
remembered was the one hit that they
Rock and Roll Crazy Nights.
Rock and Roll Crazy Nights.
He bought the tickets. He's like, you're going to really love the opener. And I'm like, I don't even know what's going on. And they came out, and Akira hit that first solo.
Yeah.
And I went, what the fuck is going on?
Exactly.
And my life was changed after that. Honest to God. See, Larry's echoing the Warlocks thing. Right. And that's in the aftermath of Bob Weir passing.
Yes.
I was driving to a show in Manayunk this past weekend, and Fresh Air was airing some previous interviews with Bob.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not a dead guy, so I respect them,
Absolutely.
Okay.
I've mixed a couple great dead bands up at the Stews, and go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's fine. So I'm I'm like, I'm going to listen to the interview because I used to work at Fresh Air, and I'm like, I'm going to listen to it and see what's what. And Bob started talking about being adopted. I'm adopted. Jim's adopted.
So am I. The three of us.
That's fucked up.
I'm starting to think most people are adopted anymore.
I found my
From
maternal side. 7 years ago, I found my maternal side. This year, last year, Vicky gave me the Ancestry.com. Kind of have a couple of hints, but I let my, permission slip lapse, for lack of words. And I had a couple leads, which I'm going to go reinvestigate and hopefully go find my maternal side, or my fraternal side, excuse me.
Paternal.
And, yeah, well, my fraternal side, I found my mom and my sister, and that side of the family is a little over 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And
hello, Patricia.
The last part of me that I need to do is go find that fraternal side.
I found all of them, but have not had contact with the father side.
Yeah,
they're in Huntsville, Alabama.
Okay.
And I've known that for many years. I met my mom in 2010, met my half sister through her and her half brother, my half brother and sister. I also have other halves in Huntsville. Who knows? Maybe someday.
It's too complicated.
But meanwhile, Bob was talking about being adopted, and told this really cool story about he knew who his father was, and for a few years he didn't reach out because his father was a former military guy. My dad was military that raised me. And he was kind of afraid, being who he was and what he did as a young man. And his father was authoritarian, and he didn't want to poke the bear. He was buried. It wasn't sure. But he eventually broke down, and he reached out to him. So he called him up, and the guy answered the phone, and he's like, hey, I need to talk to you about something. And the guy's like, listen, I'm on the phone. Can you call me back in 10 minutes? So he said it was the longest 10 minutes of his life. He called his dad back, and they started talking, and he said, he gave it the whole preamble. You may have known this woman, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And eventually he said, I am her offspring, and I most likely am your son. Now, he knew that at that point it was true.
Okay.
And the father was like, yeah, probably. And so he's like, okay, so your name's Bob Weir. He's like, the only Bob Weir I've ever heard of is the guy in that Grateful Dead band, because my kids are into that. He goes, I am that Bob Weir. And so they decided to meet, because it turned out they were only 10 miles apart. And
usually, and that's the strangest fact. Usually adoptees are within 50 to 100 miles of where they either grew up or a family member is. And you just never know, because back then, everything was kept hush-hush.
Oh, it was all
Go,
undercover.
You just couldn't do anything. But now with, the DNA sampling and with, 23andMe, Ancestry.com, it's all become wide open.
Sure.
And it's more accepted.
Well, I found everything out through an adoption registry, and there's a long story to that, but I won't get into. But it turned out they had a restaurant in common, which they ended up meeting as a Mexican restaurant somewhere in California. It was both their favorite restaurant, apparently. And he said, and from the minute they met, they were off to the races. They got along wonderfully.
That's great.
To answer Larry Dresden, he's talking about how my sister and I look so much alike. And my whole life, I heard that about my sister and I from many, many people. In fact, I had somebody come up to me one time and ask me if she was my sister. And I think aside from the genetic things that we share, we both have larger noses.
As human beings?
And
What?
inset eyes. But what happens is when you're whomever raises you, you pick up physical traits,
Attributes, yeah.
and so
Like 25-cent word.
maybe
for
looking
every day.
in a picture, people might not recognize you as being the same. They might say, "Oh, there's some similarity," but when they know you or they've seen you move, that's when that all comes to play, Larry. And I think that's what happened with Stephanie and I. My sister is quite feistier than I am, quite a bit feistier than I am. She will take you down. My sister, I used to refer to my sister as she's a Tarsdale toughie.
Nice.
She worked at a Harbison House Pizza in Northeast Philly when we were kids, and and eventually she went on to working with Larry over at Artifacts. She worked there for many, many, many years, and then eventually she became a teacher and all that stuff, and but. My sister is one of the toughest people I've ever met in my life, and you will ever meet in your life. She is just a fireball. She tells it the way it is.
Good.
Every New Year's Eve, she beats my ass up. So,
Well, that's because you act like you do on New Year's.
I go in for that midnight kiss, and she smacks the shit out of me. Like, your wife's over there, idiot.
That's what happened. But don't ever do shots with my sister.
No.
It's a little warning. Ask Larry; he'll tell you. Not Larry Dresden, Larry Barrow.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Larry Dresden might have a story too, but Larry Barrow, he learned
who's typing what?
some hard things the hard way.
So getting back to about 10
back
minutes
to
ago.
the divergent conversation.
Finally decided, I'm like, look, I'm going to start putting in the time
So
to better myself.
Does
to
this
get
mean
better.
it's resolved, or are you on probation?
For right now, it's resolved.
Okay, good.
I said, let me get my act together. Let me prove it. And the steps were already in place.
Okay.
Like I said, I had called Alicia beforehand and said, hey, she said, get a hold of me afterwards. Monday night, I went back and she had pulled some of our videos. And she's like, okay, this is what we're going to work with you. And she's like, look, if my buddy wants to come in, or if I can come to see, a rehearsal and work with you guys
That's really cool.
So yeah, she's fantastic. She helped me originally land this job back. It's going now 16 years. When I was in a little band with Ronnie Jones beforehand, and I had no idea he knew Buddy. And when the
Everybody
Musicians
knows
Grapevine,
Buddy.
going back to the Musicians Grapevine, it said ad wanted for bass player for Van Halen tribute band. I'm like, cool.
Now, for those that don't know, there used to be a local rag in the Philadelphia area called the Trading Times.
Exactly.
And it was where you went to barter and sell things, sort of like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist.
Yeah.
But this was something you literally went to the store and bought.
For like $1, $1.50.
And like to me, it was happy time. I used to get that thing and I used to just sit and read that for a good hour every week.
Just like Joe Dirt.
and you'd see the darndest things in there. I ran ads for guitar and bass lessons, and they spelled bass B-A-S-E. My buddy Russ and I were.
That's
Russ
great.
from Instinct is a bass player. He was teaching bass. I was teaching guitar, so we were going to do it out of my first apartment. And I called up and I got the editor online, and I said, "Hey, listen, I ran an ad with you guys, and you ran the ad incorrectly. You made a spelling error." And she said, "What was your ad?" And we went over, and she goes, "Yeah, bass." And I said, "Yeah, bass is B-A-S-S." "No, that's bass. That's a fish." I said, "Oh."
You sure this wasn't the penny saver?
No.
I said, this isn't good. And at the time, I was an editor at a magazine.
Oh, that shithole.
So I didn't want to get into it too deeply with her. I said, listen, I'm pulling the ad. I'm not going to leave it that way, and you're not charging me to change it. That was your error. You can look that up in the dictionary and get back to me.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Goodbye.
Exactly.
But it was awesome. I still bought it after that because it was.
Yeah.
You had to look at those ads. You had to see.
Yeah, it's the only
who was
way.
joining what band and who needed. Because a lot of times, even today, when you go online, you can figure out what band it is that's looking for somebody based on how the ad's written.
Yeah, exactly.
Honest to God.
Yeah. And,
We wear makeup and we wear spandex
costumes.
back in the 80s there were a lot of bands that did that, but sometimes you can figure out in between.
Call Paul 265.
Yeah.
I can honestly say, Jim, I've worn spandex twice. They were both to Halloween parties. Never on stage.
I have worn spandex once on stage back in I want to say 91, and I was dared by the rest of my guys.
Oh, if they dared me, I would have done it.
They dared me to come out in these hot pink.
Bob Chavis, I should have placed an ad for a plumber.
Bob,
I'm a plumber.
Bob, we got it. I'm going to come to a old school show. You guys are going to do the song from Rockstar. and Bob will testify to this because I sat in one night with him at Tom and Jerry's in his other band, Tongue and Groove.
His drummer is sitting in this weekend.
Oh, cool.
Friday night at Screwballs.
I said, I know the one song from Rockstar. And he goes, this one? I'm like, yeah, the one where they're auditioning Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
And he's like, cool.
Stand up and shout.
And I start the song on bass, and Scott Brady, another excellent guitar player, great
Gabe's
friend of mine
on.
for the past.
Hello, Gabe.
For God only knows how, I've known Brady for like 30 years or more.
Eternally smiling.
And turned and was smiling. And I'm like, Scott's like, he's instantly detuning. So I was playing with my bass that night, so I had hip shot, dropped it down, start doing it. And Bob starts to sing it, and I did the harmony lines that are on the record but not in the movie. And
I have never
everybody
heard
turned
the soundtrack.
and turned and looked at me and goes, holy shit, Joe knows the harmony lines to this. Sweet. Place went apeshit for it. And I mean apeshit for it. They're like, fuck yeah, Rockstar. We fucking love this. This is great. And I'm like, that's what I'm telling you guys. I'm like, dude, pull it the hell out. You'd be completely shocked that you start that song. I guarantee you at least 70 to 80% of your audience will know that.
I'm sure they will.
So what's the deal? Why aren't you just, it takes 10 minutes to go over the goddamn song and practice. And
10 minutes.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah.
For me, it's 7 hours and 14 days, and everything's a trouble.
Listen to this. Listen to this
for me. I'll see if
I learn stuff backwards too all the time. Being partially dyslexic, and I'm like, I've got to break it the hell down, and then once I get it, it just becomes motor memory.
Motor memory is the key.
Yes.
I remember after COVID, coming out of the whole acoustic thing, we did, which was silly because we were taking everything and miking it and running it through processors and running through a PA system. It was no quieter. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah,
the
I gotta yell that
perception
enough.
was it's
Dude,
quiet.
you realize what I do, right?
Right. These fucking people, these clubs, they're so fucking stupid. Anyway, that being said, the clubs I played are fucking the smartest people in the world. It was one of like the first electric gigs back, and you start bringing back the material you didn't do acoustically.
Oh yeah.
And I'm up there, and I'm like, I thought I rehearsed this. Oh no, I never rehearsed it because I've done this a million times. I was scared to death when one of the tunes came up in the set list, and I'm like, where does my hand go? And all of a sudden,
it just comes
right back after that.
If
You find that first note,
yep, boom,
bang,
done.
you're in.
Everything comes back.
So funny.
I asked that question to Billy Sheen years ago. I went and saw him do a clinic over in New Jersey at the laboratory years ago, and I was one of the last people there. And I asked him, like, dude, how do you remember all that crap?
Yeah.
He goes,
Talisman, all that shit.
He goes, do homework. But I'm like, you're on so much stuff. Like, do you remember a lot of it? He goes, yeah, I'm one of those people who has that kind of memory where it just comes back and it flies right through stuff. And I'm like, you're one of the lucky people then. He goes, yeah, I do feel kind of lucky, having that kind of, that brain power. And some of us have had to work on it a lot, especially me.
Me too, buddy.
And
it's always a challenge in my opinion.
And
until I own it.
Yeah. And then it just starts to come out. And I love that he's so honest and so forthgiving with all his wealth of information. I can, I had the privilege of being able to talk to him personally a couple of times.
Yeah.
And if I shoot him a text, or no, not a text, but an IM or something, if he's not out on tour,
he gets back
he gets back to me.
What a good
if
guy.
I have a question for something.
Have you seen, I'm sure you follow him on Facebook.
Yes, absolutely.
He puts up the most heartwarming posts about his life and cats and what's going on.
He's an open book. If I had I had a question for him about what he, some of the gear he was using years ago, and I'm like, what are you using? He's like, I'm using the Line 6, the digital wireless. I took it 2 racks because he has that split signal. Never had a dropout anywhere in the world. I went, what? He goes, from here in the United States to wherever we played over in Europe, Indonesia, Asia, when they go to Japan. I mean, they're also playing on, $100,000 professional systems. And then when they were in a couple places in Indonesia, it was like playing a McStews and never had a dropout anywhere. I'm like, dude, sold. For the past...
That's awesome.
For the past 15 years, I've had my wireless in my rack and have never, ever had an issue with it. And I know guys who get the brand new Shure systems, Sennheisers, the little Bluetooth things, and it's crapping out all the time. And my, knock on wood, I've never had, unless something's wrong with the case, it's closing, I got to put a piece of tape over it to keep it shut. That's just everybody as a piece of security that I've been doing for, decades. But I was able to ask him questions and dive into a few things, and he's gotten back to me. Very humble, and it's the same way with my, I can call Kevin Dugan and say, hey, dude, I have this issue with this or something along my bass rig or something. And Kevin Dugan is Michael Anthony's tech, which I had the honor and privilege of working with them back in 2004.
Another really great guy.
Oh, my God. Just same thing. I can text him or IM him and go, hey, I'm having an issue with this. What would you suggest? Or what are you guys using? And he would get back to me almost, pretty quick. And if you talk to them, and I learned this a long time ago.
Don't fanboy.
No, don't.
Talk as an equal.
Talk to them as a human being.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, man, and
What's
I've
up?
learned to not immediately fanboy and rush and go, oh, what's that note you played in this song? How did it go? Find out what they do outside of being a professional musician. Like when I first got the chance to meet Mike and Kevin, I knew he was partners with the Eddie Charlie drag racer Ron Capps in a speed shop. He was friends with Ron and Chip Fuse, and he was big into watches. So he comes rolling in and and he's like, see this big ass watch on him. I'm like, dude, nice. After the initial, who the hell are you? Why are you here? That's a story in itself.
I'm here for your wife.
And I'm like, so when's the last time you talked to Ron? Have you followed, the NHRA? I started talking to him about everything else but music until it was time to talk about music.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I kind of fanboyed a little bit. And they're like, I'm like, I'm done for the day. We got them set up, sound checked and everything. And my boss came over and was like, dude, you're done. You can go home. And Kevin turned and looked at me and goes, you're not going home, are you? I'm like, unless you want me to hang out with you guys, And he's like, hold on. Comes back, gives me an all-access pass, VIP. I stood up,
I love it.
Stage right with them. Was able to hang out with them. I stood back and watched what Kevin did. He did. We're all jamming and stuff. Hammered by the end of the night. The start of every song, Joe, here. End of every song. Hey, here you go. Here's another one.
Hello, Uber.
I'm like,
Boober.
well,
Can
this
I
is
get a ride home?
2004.
There was no Boober then.
I am at the Borgata. I'm working at the Borgata afterwards, and I had my motorcycle at the time.
Oh,
and
no.
I was in no way, shape, or form to ride my bike home.
I love that.
At
place.
2:00 in the morning. Bombed out of my mind.
Now what am I gonna do?
Yeah, and I call my ex, and I'm like, I'm hammered. I'll see you in the morning. And she's like, I figured since you didn't come home when you were supposed to come home.
Yesterday.
I met my
last night.
hero.
Yeah. And driving home on Atlantic City, I'm like this going, Jesus Christ, I can't believe they do this every effing night. I'm like, oh my God. It was like 100 degrees, fresh blacktop on the AC Expressway coming up. And I'm just sweating alcohol out of my body.
Yeah.
It sucked, but I had such a shit-eating grin on my face because after so many years of idolizing and wanting to be there and being in that situation and being able to stand where I was and watch and go, okay, now I get, what needs to be done and this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
So
nice. Yeah. Stick around long enough, kids. Sometimes the shit happens well.
Put in the elbow grease. You'll be there.
Do you know Chuck Scarpello?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay.
No.
He's a bass player I'm friends with and huge Billy Sheehan fan. And he has the rack from the Eat 'Em and Smile tour that Billy had all his gear in. Somehow he managed to procure this at an auction of some sort or something. And
because Billy's still looking for a lot of his old stuff.
He's got it. He doesn't have, I don't know if there was any equipment mounted in it, but all the stickers are on it. It is the rack
Oh, yeah.
that he toured with. That happened. I ran into them at a funeral because that happens at this age.
Uh-huh.
I
we're
ran into
together
him,
now.
him and his fiance, and they were telling me the story how he got the rack. They every time he comes around with the winery dogs or whatever, they're always there and they're always hanging out and talking to Billy and all that shit. But yeah, I thought you'd get a kick out of hearing that.
I loved the first Winery Dog albums. I put I had that first CD in my Exploder for 2 years. Everywhere I drove, I was listening to that album. And
it's killer.
It's insane. And then
there you go.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Pass him one down there.
Okay, pass it on
Take
down the
one,
line.
pass it down.
Take it on, pass it down.
So that's funny because
and they just showed Richie Kotzen, Philly boy, originally from
I
the
didn't
area.
know that.
He's originally from the area.
I knew he was Pennsylvania, but I didn't know that.
Brian from Phoebe and Brian was in a band with Richie back in the late 80s, early 90s before he cut his solo deal and then got his first round with Mr. Big, or he got the Poison gig.
I remember when he had the Poison gig, and I remember when he lost the Poison gig.
So do I. But to see him when he sang for that tribute for the Soundgarden, and he pulled off Cochise like it was nothing.
He's got a great voice, man.
And he sounded exactly like him. And I was like, I'm sitting there going, oh my God. And Nuno Betancourt just did a thing out in Vegas. And
I saw some of the video.
Richie comes out and sings I think he sings a Soundgarden tune with them. And you sit there and you close your eyes. You feel like you're listening to him all over again.
You know, Adrian
Richie
Smith and him have a band.
Yeah.
Their new record is either in the can and coming out, or
it came out, I believe.
Okay, because I haven't gotten it yet. Because I bought the first one. I love that as well.
Yeah.
And to watch one of my all-time favorite guitar players, Adrian Smith, play with him is just fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to interrupt our musical chat because it's time to do the beer taste. We do this every week. And
drink.
Jim graciously supplies 97% of all the beer we drink on the show for tasting. I've had this before, but I'll let you do the preamble, Jim.
It's Cape May Brewery, which is a great place. If you ever get to go down to Wildwood for Oktoberfest, they sponsor it. It's an amazing time.
On the way to Cape May. Sorry.
Now we've drunk all the beer just about in the area.
There's still some in the
garage. there's a bunch in the garage. Yeah. But I mean the different like types and stuff. So I actually went out and got an IPA this time. You know I'm not a fan.
Yep.
But I'm gonna give it a try because we're running out of shit to do.
Sorry.
Soon I'm gonna have to go down to Mexico and just find a bathtub.
No, you can't go there.
Tijuana or something.
No.
Hepatitis. No.
Yeah, I know.
We'll
That's
figure
how
something
desperate we
out.
are.
We'll figure it out.
We'll get inoculated.
So this is Cape May IPA. I'm very familiar. This is my brew of choice when I come in at about 1:30 in the morning. If I've played somewhere
Seriously,
else,
you're going to drink this? An IPA?
A lot of times I will when I pull into Screwballs on my way home. If I've played an early show and I can get there early enough to get there before 2 o'clock, this is the first thing I will have on tap if I'm having many. And Jim, as you know, sometimes there are a lot of many nights there.
It's many.
It's a
How
short
many
walk.
times have you crawled home?
Many.
Or walked home and left your car there?
I actually raced him home once. But he cheated. He was driving.
I would love to see that foot race.
I'm going to admit something. I generally drive home from there regardless.
Car's on autopilot.
I mean, you came up.
That's how I used to be from the
trap. You came up the street, right?
Yeah.
That bar.
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah.
But you got to remember what happened.
Do you walk your gear?
Oh,
down?
That night we came home and saw the.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I do take a gander when I walk in the park. I don't just jump in my car and start driving. I look around. I'm aware. Yeah. That doesn't mean they're not hiding in the bushes somewhere.
I mean, I've driven people home from there, and I'm an
As
asshole,
have I.
and I'm lazy. So I'm like, all right, if they can get to the car and open the door and get it started, fuck it. It's not my responsibility.
Right.
And of course, every time I say it, they drop their keys. They can't pick them up. You know.
What did you say?
I swear. Ossifer. I'm okay. I swear to God.
I remember the one time I got caught in a roadblock, like they were doing a check near all the bars around here.
God forbid.
We were headed up Gulf Road towards Valley Forge, and I'm driving, and in the back, the car is just full of people. Every single one of them's drunk out of their fucking mind except me. I didn't have a thing. Cops asking me questions, and I'm just clueless. I'm like, he's like, "Where you guys headed?" I'm like, "Line, Phoenixville." Why? Where are you going? Where we going? Oh, where? Like, I was acting more drunk than the people that were wasted. I was surprised he didn't get me to come out. Actually, I was just laughing because my daughter's been watching Police Chase with me. And
Paul's having issues.
You know, they give you a drunk test, and I told her about the time we were down at somewhere during the college years. We're down, a bunch of guys were all down in Wildwood, and we took this one girl we knew back to her hotel apartment, whatever the hell it was.
Domicile.
I was too drunk, so I'm like, and I didn't have a car, so I'm like, either loan me a car,
skateboard,
or can somebody drive her home?
Hand truck.
So this one guy found, I was like, oh, I'll drive
I
you
have
home.
one.
Yeah. He gets to a stop sign. He stops. Cop gets to the other side, perpendicular to him, and he stops, and he doesn't have a stop sign. My friend goes through the stop sign, thinking the guy had a stop sign. I'm like, the lights come on. So he pulls him over. He does a check.
That's entrapment.
And he does like every drunk test. And the guy's completely stone sober. I'm wasted out of my mind. And I'm knocking on the window, and it starts pouring rain. So the cops go get their slickers out. They're out there in the rain. My friend's soaking wet. I'm like dry in the car, like like a total chode. That's why I don't drink and drive.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, the night before Thanksgiving, I'm working at
That's
McStew's.
a story.
Yeah, in itself. And I'm on my way home and got to go through a sobriety checkpoint. Excuse me.
That's why I don't drink
Cop-
out in Levittown.
No.
Well, I do, but not 2 hours before I leave.
Yeah. And cop, where are you coming from? I'm not going to lie to the cop because I see all the videos. I don't answer any questions. Stop being a dick.
Yeah,
if you're
it's just
honest
like,
with them,
I
you're
don't
honest
get
with them
that.
and say, like,
They all of a sudden
goes-
they're like a lawyer, Oh, according to the Constitution.
yeah,
Shut the
it's
fuck
like,
up.
Shut up, dude. And the
I'm
cop
not that
goes, where are you coming
It's
from?
a state
I'm like,
matter.
I'm like, McStew's, Levittown. Bar? Yes. You been drinking tonight? I said, water and lime, or water and lemons. And he's like, you work at a bar? And I'm like, yes, sir. I'm an audio engineer. And I had the mic kit with me in the back of my truck because the band I had, the drummer decided to bring a big kit that night, and I needed a couple extra microphones and some Sennheisers, little 604s, because he decides, he goes, I'm bringing 3 toms and 2 floor toms. I'm like, fuck, I got to bring some more shit. So, and I rolled down my back window. I said, my mic kit's behind me. And he goes, you've been drinking? I'm like, water with lemon all night. He's like, you didn't have any alcohol the night before Thanksgiving? I'm like, no, sir. Like, the guy's like 22, 23, new kid on the block. And he's like, well, you weren't drinking at all? I'm like, no, it's amateur night. I'm like, no, it's amateur night. I can't afford a DUI, and I'm too old for that shit. Now, granted, usually when I'm either working there or wherever, if I have a beer the whole night. I've got to keep my facilities about me because I'm working.
Yeah.
Is it cool to have a beer? Joe, you want another? Nope, I'm good. Plus it too many times of being too stupid and too drunk to drive home, especially from when we used to play down in like Maryland and just over the border at down at the Rendezvous Inn, a couple of nights coming home from drinking trash cans and waking up going, oh my God, I'm home. But yeah, and especially a couple of nights playing, the Trap Tavern when I used to live in Phoenixville back in the early 90s. Oh my God. Wake up going, oh my God, I'm home. My car's outside. It's not wrecked. I'm good. And then, totally berate Bill and Jay the next week until they start feeding me all kinds of drinks and everything. And do it
Jay's
all over
notorious for that.
Oh.
They don't have bands there anymore,
Yeah, I know.
That sucks.
After COVID, they stopped.
Yeah.
Oh.
We were a regular in there.
Yeah, we were too back in before they did all the remodeling and everything. And yeah, we did.
The last time you were there was pre-COVID?
It was 2019 or 2020.
Christ.
It was 2016 or 2017 for me. We did it as
Then Nance and I went up.
did a Doc
and,
Hollywood show there.
We went up and had dinner, and Jay was there and started talking to him. And I said, I'm an old school guy. I know who you guys are. Had a long talk and said, all right, bring you guys in. So we were there, so I guess a solid 3 years we were playing there, and then COVID hit.
Why did they decide not to bring him back?
Why, I don't know that. You'd have to ask Jay.
Well.
I have my suspicions, but I'm not going to get into all that.
Mafia.
No.
At the time, we were playing. The Creekside was Sand Trap. It had just changed from the Sand Trap to the Creekside.
Yep.
They don't have us there anymore for some reason.
They don't like loud bands.
But we're not loud, and
No, I mean they don't like good bands.
no, they like good bands.
They like good not loud bands.
Yes.
We're not loud.
They basically, the last time I was there, they had a band that was playing like, it was like 80s tunes, but it was like 80s pop tunes.
I know why we're not there, but I can't talk about
Well, that's
that.
ironic.
Cannot divulge information at this time.
That being said, it is what it is.
Understandable.
I'll tell you after the air.
I couldn't even find the place the one time I went there. I just didn't. I was
Dude, I played there so much I could drive there without thinking.
No,
about
I
it.
found the building. It just didn't look like a bar. There
It's
was like
not.
a wedding.
It's a barn.
But there was a wedding upstairs, and everybody was walking around like tuxedos and gowns. And
We
I'm
were
like,
playing there one time,
oh, maybe it's an open bar. Fuck it.
and they must have had a very large party upstairs for the wedding. And we're playing,
Lot of
and
fat
I'm watching
people?
the ceiling go like this to the beat of the music, and I'm starting to get a little concerned.
My
Like,
600-pound wedding.
Yeah, they're a little over capacity. But I knew that in the end, that was going to benefit us by the middle of the second set.
Because the
and
floor would
boy,
collapse,
did
and there were
it.
more people to listen.
All these people came down, and the place was packed, and they were because they knew the stuff we were playing. We were playing all the songs they knew from their
I had
childhood.
I had one of our drunk neighbors come up to us during one of your gigs, and she's like, "Is this that band you know?" I'm like, "Yes." That's an '80s song. Yes.
They're all 80s songs.
What's the name of this band?
Not anymore, they're not.
Scorpions. What is it? What's the name of the song? What? What the fuck's wrong with you?
It's called alcohol.
So, do I rate this? I mean, I drink it all the time.
Yeah, rate
Because
it.
I'm going to give it a 9.
Okay, that'll even out because I gave it a 4.
See, this is a beer that if I had
What do you think?
Levittown,
I give it a 6.75.
I'd break
It's
the
not really
Richter
hard to
scale
dance to.
on the fucking breathalyzer if I was driving home.
Can't get it. So, Joby, what do you think?
I give it a 6.75. It's kind of hard to dance to, but after a while, it's okay.
There you go. All right.
I'm
This is
more
just
of
as good.
I'm more of a piss water, Coors Light, Bud Light, Corona.
American.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, American.
Corona, American.
American, yeah. Where's
I
it made? Hoboken?
I have one of the guys I work with.
Hoboken, Mexico.
I have one of the guys I work with, Randy Weinholtz. He works for Claire Audio. Him and a bunch of guys, they started doing their own homebrew
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
Jim,
And
you making beer?
Oh, yeah.
they
yeah.
love it.
It sucks because the best beer I ever had was one I made, and it would take me like 3 months to make a case.
Yeah.
And then you drink it all in like a week because it's like, I mean, you had it. That pumpkin ale I made. It wasn't like the dipshit pumpkin ale they have now. You know why it doesn't work? Because you do that.
It's the cable.
But
Or my audio jack is dying.
like if you get pumpkin ale now, it tastes like pumpkin
see.
pie. Mine just tastes like beer, like ale it's made from pumpkin. What are you trying to do?
Trying to see if my audio driver's working.
Is your computer working after you pounded the shit out of it? You got to bring that atomic dildo in here that you used.
Whoa. It's my first time in here. Don't make me go to HR.
What?
That big thing, that stick you brought in it.
Oh. Not the Bluetooth.
Sure.
The
Bluetooth,
Bluetooth.
atomic dildo. What's the difference?
It's
No, atomic dildos are what they use to make the baguette hot dogs under the Eiffel Tower.
it
I'm
is
sorry.
it is charged up, and it would find the signal from this.
Atomic dildo. Priest told me that.
What
You know what?
the hell have I got myself
It'd probably
into?
be stereo, except the signal coming out of the board for some reason went mono into that headphone.
You know, I don't know.
We used to be in stereo. You remember that?
We gotta try my
We had the-
little. What is that little thing? I have one of those. We should try that.
Yeah.
We'll play that
I
stupid
think it's
sound
I
effect.
think
That's
we need
in
new
stereo.
cables for that too.
If you play that sound effect that almost got you divorced, if we hear it the right way, then we're in stereo.
Yes,
So
it's
play
not
it.
in stereo now.
Try it.
I promise you, we're mono.
It's
It's not going to go through. It's going to go through.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I don't know what it's called. Or I'd look it up. What is it called? Wait, I
Okay,
have.
when you
no.
plug your cable in, make sure your volume is back up, Paul.
No, yeah. Why
Everybody also tells me I have a stripper announcer's voice.
not? Well, yeah. What is that stupid thing
Good
you
evening,
play
ladies
called?
and gentlemen. Welcome to the
It's just I look up
welcome
knocking.
to Al's Diamond
Here it
Cabaret.
is. So I'll put my volume all the way up.
Porsche will be up next, followed by Mercedes.
Please do not touch anyone's nipples. that it?
Mono.
Are you doing that or am I doing that?
Not sure if it's.
That's his cock underneath the table.
I hope not.
That was you, Jim.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Put that thing away.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Ah, there it is.
There it is. Thanks for the ride, lady.
Yeah, that sounds not going to get you divorced at all.
Candygram.
Candygram for Monco?
Oh, well. It doesn't matter.
Oh, well.
Got some work to
But
do
what
on
happened, man? We used to be in stereo. When did that happen?
this. When we switched to this cable. When the other cable died.
Jesus Christ. Every
Candygram.
sound is that stupid
Yeah,
sound.
that's what they do.
Candygram.
So this is panned right, panned left. So we're in stereo about 2 years ago. It was during COVID. And I didn't realize I clicked on it. And we're doing a show.
Yeah.
And I hear my wife and my mother-in-law, who's living here at the time, yakking it up upstairs. And I'm like, the fuck are they doing? And I'm thinking they're banging on the walls or some shit trying to fuck with us.
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. Well, dude, we were drinking. So
Yeah, I still didn't think
Imagine that they were drinking at the time.
we were drinking a lot because I wasn't going in the office. It was during COVID. I could wake up at 7 o'clock and do my get to work.
Yeah.
So I go upstairs, start storming upstairs, and I'm screaming.
And he's upstairs doing this. I'm down here like, so anyway,
I thought
about them Phillies.
after I realized what had happened, I thought, well, I am fucking doomed. I'm going to get my throat slit in the middle of the night.
That's why I tell people all the time, like, I don't fuck with
Debbie
my wife.
Downer.
I do not fuck with my wife because she knows where the cutlery's kept. And I have to sleep at some point.
How do you think I feel? She's got sharp implements at work.
Dude,
Cheek pokers.
we look, I'm not joking about the whole sword thing in the bedroom. Like, we have a bunch of stuff up there. Just collectible stuff and whatever. So she was talking about it with somebody at work, and he's like, I don't believe you. So she's like, can we, just take a picture of it? She took all her shit out, and I took all my shit out, and we laid it on the bed. We have like a California king.
Oh, Jesus.
And it, like, half of it was covered in bladed weapons and shit. And I took a picture of it, and she showed it to the guy, and he's just like, oh. Fuck.
In the immortal words of George Takei, oh my.
Like, I remember I worked for this guy.
Do I look for a new cable now? Fine.
I worked for a guy who was Canadian, and he
Take off, eh?
he was talking about like guns and something. I was like, I have a gun. He goes, you have a gun? I'm like, yeah.
You have a gun, eh?
Yeah, I have a gun. And he's like, well, I'm gonna go around like Homer Simpson, like turning the lights out with it or something, Oh! And I was like, it's in a lockbox with a trigger guard. The bullets are separate. It's not loaded. And he's like, what happens if like you hear a noise in the middle of the night? Sorry.
Jim,
Canadian.
this is the line my wife gives me about us having a gun.
All right, let me do this in the right. So like, what if you get up in the middle of the night, and like someone's downstairs, and like you hear a noise, and like you go and you shoot, and it's like your daughter, eh? And I'm like, if I hear a noise in the house, I have much more horrible things than the gun to go downstairs and fuck with people with. Things that
5-foot broadsword.
Yeah, things that I can like pull back, like the,
That cable now goes out in the trash. 2 points. And the foul. Sixers call time.
Is it working yet? Still mono.
Penny.
Oh my God.
It was working a second ago.
Penny. I love that show.
It worked for a second, and then it went
What
out.
the hell?
Candygram.
Maybe it wasn't the cable. I think my audio.
You just didn't want
Audio
it
jack.
enough.
My audio is done.
Headphone jack.
Sean B. Reagan says, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
What the hell is that?
Dan Devino.
That's the problem I have with this website. Everything is shit. Like, you click on something, and like this says,
looks like about 150 pounds of juice.
this says trombone gobble, but that's not what it is. It's fuck you.
I Scumbag, get on your face and give me 25.
It's not a trombone. Pisses me off.
No, that's
You had best unfuck yourself.
That's why I use my own stuff.
Through your head and shit down your neck.
Oh,
that
It's working
is
now.
the classic movie opening ever. And he was original. You guys know the
He
story.
was the real deal.
he's a DI.
He was the real deal. Number one, he was only on set as a
consultant. Wasn't
as a consultant.
Correct.
Technically correct. And
I have you now.
Yeah,
he
that was him.
he was doing it, and he was whoever they had originally for his role, they fired him and put him in the movie.
The weird thing was he actually had acting roles before that. I was shocked to find that out.
Oh, news to me.
Yeah, he did. He was in some I don't know, like some kind of like
60s late porn movie.
No, it was like a movie just before that, and it was like I don't know, it was like set in like the 30s, 50s, 60s. I don't know. He's wearing a hat and shit. I forget what it was, but
Thank you very much.
yeah, he improvised all those lines.
Oh yeah. It was what he used to say.
Yeah.
Being a drill instructor, he just
admire
was
your
being
honesty.
himself.
I mean, I remember
Listen up, fat body.
That's right.
I taped this on VHS tape when it came on like HBO or something years ago. Right up to the point where the me so horny scene ended, I didn't give a shit anymore.
Nope.
I was like, the best part is the boot camp, the Paris Island.
Oh,
shit,
that was the best.
and then the me
That-
so
and
horny
that's-
bit, and
That's all anybody remembers, that and Me So Horny.
Yeah.
Like, this is what they remember.
I'm gonna rip you off. So you are not campaigning to run the world.
that was him at Studio 54. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he was screaming at Grace Jones.
I'll be watching you.
But yeah, I mean,
Do you suck dicks?
he was great. I mean, that was the whole thing. Like the jelly donut scene is just like,
yeah.
like how did he not win an Oscar for that? I swear.
Should have won an Oscar for everything he did.
Yeah.
Best part of you rolled down your mama's ass.
I see it all the time when
What was the other movie? He was in another movie. He was DI, but it wasn't quite so as intense as that. Oh shit! I can't. Now I have to look at it.
I know where you're going with that, but I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, he was that whole first 45 minutes in that movie is just.
It's amazing.
Well, it's crazy because
Classic.
that one guy is now the guy in. Excuse me, pardon my my burp. He's on that Marvel show or the DC show, whatever it is.
Well, the guy who went crazy, he was in one of the LA crime spin-off series playing a detective. But before that, he was in Men in Black. He was the alien.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And he was hysterical in that. He's sitting there contorting his face and
Jim, who's the guy with the horns?
Huh?
The guy who's blind and he has the horns. What's that character?
Blind with the horns. Mm-hmm. From what?
Marvel or
Daredevil. Sorry.
Daredevil.
Yeah, Daredevil.
He's the guy who's in Daredevil who plays the mob boss. He was the big guy in that movie.
Yeah, the guy that played. Yeah.
I thought in the first one it was the black gentleman, Vin Raves.
No, now it's
current iteration.
Yeah, now it's the
I'm
guy.
sorry.
It's the
Okay.
guy from MLB. All right, so he was also in Toy Story as a sergeant, and he was the Army Man guy.
Yep, he's the army. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
But he was in The Frighteners, and he was amazing in that too.
This
Did you ever
guy.
see that movie?
I didn't see that.
If you've never seen the movie The Frighteners, go get that goddamn movie and fucking watch it.
So he was in
Yes.
Full Metal Jacket, and he plays the heavy in Daredevil. He also and also in Arrow.
Yeah, he's
or
like I
whatever it
can't
was.
remember the guy's
D'Onofrio,
name.
yes.
Yeah,
Victor D'Onofrio.
Yes.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Vincent.
Vincent.
I said Victor.
Vincent, I am your brother, Julius.
And Charlie Cox is British. Like all these guys, they're all
Yeah.
fucking British.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I just watched The Running Man, the new one.
Yep.
And the girl, the young,
I didn't
the,
see
the,
it. I
the
haven't seen
20-year-old girl.
Don't give it away.
I'm not giving it away.
I'm just kidding you.
What? Did you see Task?
Oh yeah.
So the girl, the young girl, Maeve,
Yeah.
she's in it, and she's like playing an American, and she nailed the Delco accent way better than they did in any other.
Oh, yeah.
And
No,
of
she was
course
the
she's
best.
British. She was absolutely the best. I'm sorry, I forgot to do it. Delco. There you go. Okay, but
It's something.
it's amazing. Like,
it
because I
is.
remember her in Mare from Easttown. What's her face from Titanic?
Yeah.
She sucked. I hated that.
I don't think she
sucked. It didn't sound like a Delco accent.
It was really
because
yeah,
it was like too much. It's like if you were saying I have a Philly accent. It was like that. It wasn't right. And it bugged me because I'm like, I went to school in Delco. I drive through Delco. It's right up here. Like, I don't understand. I've never heard anyone talk like that. Yes?
Sorry, my mom's here.
Oy vey.
Paul, what are you doing down there with your friends?
Are you masturbating again?
If my mom sounded like that.
Like the mom from
My mom was histrionically.
Big Bang Theory.
My mom is very histrionic. She speaks like this. It's very loud. What are you doing?
My mom, I think I told you, I came home one night.
Like the mom from Big Bang Theory?
No, that's different.
Oh, God. I hope not.
No, literally, my mom sounds like what I just did.
It's
all high pitched and.
Yeah, my mom wasn't high pitched. She was just evil.
But now when I call her, hi, honey. What'd you do today, Mom? I went to the pool. Was it good? Yep. Yeah, I walked in the pool, and I talked to Sheila. She's got that problem. I told you about the problem.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I live in a dumpster now.
It's you hear about everybody's. She's in a retirement community, and they're all. She moved in with a bunch of people. They're all the same age as her. So
my uncle did that. Though,
you get to that point of there's a threshold. You know what I'm talking about. We're seeing it in the early threshold. We're in the early threshold. The early threshold is somewhere between 50 and 59.
Hey, haven't seen you any before. How well did you know they're deceased?
All these people just start dropping off, and you're not sure exactly why, but there's something going on. They're the early droppers.
They're probably alcoholics.
And so they're all dropping off, and then you get to the next level, around 70, where my dad died. He got in a car accident, and you just don't come back from certain things after a certain age.
Oh, I will.
And those people drop off. And then you get to the final stage. And that's when people just start dying because they're fucking old.
Yeah.
And that's where my mom is now. And all of her friends that she moved into her neighborhood with, this one's got this and that one's got that. And
well, it's like that. It's like the stage.
STDs are running rampant in the retirement communities right now.
My uncle.
I don't want to know about that.
My uncle, he moved into a place in Jersey.
National news a couple.
I don't want to know about that.
He moved into it was like a campground kind of thing. They all had trailers, and he had a golf cart with a fucking hood ornament on it, and it was polished gold, and he would just drive around like ladies the whole time. I'm like, my dad's.
Oh, it's Bobby.
My dad's telling me this. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, Uncle Sal is doing that.
Getting more bumper than a body shop.
Jesus Christ.
So, of course, that's where my wife's looking and see how much the houses are there.
Yeah. If you know what? That's why I bought stock.
Go there.
That's why I bought stock in Astroglide.
Good man.
Going to retire soon.
Exactly. Well, depending on how the stock market's going, because someone's being an idiot.
There's that.
It's like I would love to walk up to him, have him sit down in front of him and go, dude, what in God's name are you doing?
I think the answer would be something like this.
Yeah.
Winging it.
But no. Whoever's telling you stuff, fire them immediately.
And if they're not telling you stuff, listen to what they're telling you.
Yeah, listen to what they're telling you. Because it's just
that reminds me, I have to pee.
said person, because God forbid I don't want the FBI knocking on my goddamn door.
Or worse.
Yeah, or worse.
We tend not to speak of these things.
Listen, it's going to be absolutely
No. We tend not to speak of these things as we're
okay. I'll shut my mouth, but it's absolutely going to be beautiful.
But I will tell you a very quick story. I did make a joke on Facebook at one point.
I'm sorry, Jim.
Yeah, it was a joke. It wasn't political, but a couple of people took it politically
because everything's read into today.
And they were, making fun of me and, saying stuff. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, I don't care. Then all of a sudden they got on my Facebook account. They found pictures of my daughter. Start calling her a whore.
Dude.
Now, these aren't people I can find easily.
Bullshit.
When did this happen?
Well, I could, but
Wait a minute. This is the first I'm hearing.
This is just recent. So I was like, I reported them. I deleted their comments. I deleted my comment, blocked them, and I'm just done with this shit. It's like, so you don't have the intelligence to talk to me about this like an American. Debate it. If you have a position is different from mine, because
but your position was perceived.
Not even perceived. It was a fucking joke.
Right.
But it's like, if you want to talk about it with me. Don't attack my kid. And it's like I said, it's like
bully mentality, dude.
If you're going to come after my kid,
that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
They're hiding behind a keyboard, and it's just like.
And it's like, there was a guy years ago, I think it was back in the 90s, and the internet was still like becoming a thing, and he was a boxer in the UK, big fucking dude, a big fucking black dude. If that scares you, and some guy was giving him a hard time about it. Just constantly like trolling him, and he started saying things about his family. And he's getting really personal. So
that's where you draw the line.
So this boxer, who is my hero, found this guy, texted him, like, via whatever social media. He's like, so you live at this address, yes? What? You live at this address? Just curious, because I'm at the corner walking towards your house right now. And he came up. I'm at your door. Open it.
I know what you did last summer.
Yeah, it's like,
exactly.
Everybody's brave until you're right face to face with it.
Uh-huh.
We know somebody.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, luckily I only lost a couple grand last night into today, so that's fine. Whatever.
The first hit my mom probably had back in the mid-90s before the crash.
Oh, that's a different story.
She had like
my mom lost like 70% of her retirement fund.
Yep. She had like $750,000.
Yeah, that was what,
if
2008.
She went back. Yeah, if she went back when it was, I would have been a very rich person. But
but now you're scraping pennies and coming to hang out in my basement.
Exactly. I'm
sorry.
Happy.
That's okay.
That's all right, Paul. I admit it. Like I said, it's the first part of any problem or issue is admitting you have a problem.
Admitting you have a problem.
Yes.
And here we are.
Here we are.
Jim opened the door and the cold air is coming in here so bad. Do you see that? Do you feel the cold air?
Not yet, because I'm.
Jim,
I'm
you left the door open. The breeze is coming in.
Sorry, my hair's blowing in the wind.
It's so cold. I'm fucking cold.
I'm shocked. I'm actually like not sweating my ass off. This is the first time in a long time I've worn pants down here.
It's a little chilly in here. I did open the vent about 5 o'clock to let the warm air in.
It's usually super hot in your house compared to mine.
Well, because it's normally like 80 degrees.
But like I said, and you don't believe me, like he came to my house one time and he's sitting in like our parlor, front room, whatever the hell it is.
I turned blue.
He's sitting there and the whole, like we're all like, Nancy, my wife, we're all talking, we're sitting there and I keep seeing him like look over at the thermostat.
I must have been drunk because
no,
I don't remember any of this.
Well, yeah, you were drunk every time you were at my house.
I'm drunk most of the time. When I have nowhere to go the next day, I'm drunk.
But it was so funny. Like you kept looking at it like,
my liver.
Is it? Like you were going to, I was expecting you to be like, dude, your heater's broken. Growing up in my house, it was like, Dad, I'm cold. I'm cold. Can you put the heater on? He's like,
put some clothes on and shut up.
He would be like, do you own a sweater? Is it January? Answer these questions.
We lived in a cold house growing up.
Uh-huh.
I remember we had shitty windows, so my parents didn't have
I watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I'm like, lucky motherfucker.
They didn't have enough money to buy, new windows or whatever. Right? So we had these old storm windows.
That's me now.
The fact that every time the wind blew, that's air getting through, Dad. So we went out and got. You remember those commercials in the 70s? You could buy some plastic and then
you tape it around.
You tape it
take
around.
The hair dryer, yeah.
Well, this is the before the hair dryer one. There was one where you just put the plastic in, and then it was like a U groove, and you push this thing in between.
Oh fuck that! That's complicated.
And that shit would just rattle with the storm windows. That's what we had. And my parents are like, "Oh, this is good. We can turn the heat down even more." And you're hanging meat in the fucking bedrooms. You know what I mean? Like
our first house,
they were subletting the house with the meat hanging thing.
Our first house, and this isn't a poor joke, but we were so poor. Like I turned it down like 55, and it was so cold, like the pipes were starting to freeze on at the outskirts of the house. So I ranked it up to 60. But I remember like the windows sucked. I didn't realize until we moved and I took the curtains down that one of the windows fell the fuck out.
When I moved
like
in this
we would
house,
like be sleeping and there would be like you could see your breath.
I moved in this house and we didn't. I was younger, and we didn't do a very, very good house inspection. Let's just put it that way. So I'm going in the master bedroom, and I noticed that they divided glass panes in this house at the time. There was whole divided panes in the master bedroom that were completely missing.
Oh,
like it was bad. So I guess it was like the week before. So we went to the table and we demanded that they give us like, I don't know, it was like $5 or $6 grand so we could put some windows in this house. But it was
ours got busted
crazy.
because the garage leaks air into the house.
Ours leaks air.
That's illegal because if you drive a car in, then this carbon monoxide gets in. But I'm like, when Halloween night, like we're sitting there doing our thing with the fog machine. Caitlin wanders out like the house is full of smoke.
Well, I have a door in my garage, so that's not sealed. But my garage door doesn't seal properly.
But I mean, this is coming through the walls and shit. Like,
yeah,
it's just fucked up. And we're the only place that got.
if you want to get cold, go walk in the laundry room right now.
I love it in there. I like that. My nipples feel good. And
there's nice cold beer in the
garage.
I live in a kind of like a split level like this. And in our garage, Vicky's dad used to have a video store, kind of like Blockbuster. But as it closed down, she took it, and it's in our garage. We had it up and running for about good 8-9 months. And during the summer, the thing's constantly on. It's in the garage, so our electric bill went through the goddamn roof. But during the winter, we just keep all the whatever water, beer, drinks, or whatever, they're sitting in there. And right
so you
now,
don't skunk them.
It's ice cold right now.
Yeah.
And I've only got like a regular door to the garage, but it's kind of heavy duty. And, the split level, down all the cold air sinks anyway. So you got to grab, and we also have the couch of death. Oh my God, it's great. You just sit back in this couch and it's just like...
Oh, I had one of those. My sister had
I love it. I fall asleep if, like watching a movie with her and I start nodding off, because we just ate a huge dinner and all the blood is rushing to my stomach as I keep trying to, you don't like the movies I like and you only stay awake to watch what you want to watch. I'm like,
tired.
No, I'm watching, but I'm falling asleep because I just had a huge meal and all the blood's rushing to my stomach.
That's exactly what happens every night for me.
She's like, no, you don't. No, you stay awake with you want to stay awake with. I'm like, because when I go to watch what I want to watch, I don't eat a big fucking meal.
I feel bad.
I diet whenever I watch Star Wars.
Joby's here. It's 8:52.
Jesus.
And we haven't done fucking Florida Man yet.
Oh, come on. We got to do Florida Man. Hurry up.
I can't not do Florida Man.
I've got to keep my title.
Yeah, those aren't words. I have no idea what that is.
Yeehaw, motherfucker.
Florida man, Florida man, Florida man, Florida man.
Oh, you're making me dizzy. There you go.
Please.
We're going to get right under the wire with this one.
Let me keep my title.
See if I can get this. There we go.
There we go.
All right.
This ought to be good.
All right. So if you don't know the rules, the rules are.
She saw you walking in.
Exactly.
5. There are 6 news stories here.
6 this week. Okay.
There's always 6.
Oh, okay.
5 of them are real. 1 of them I made up.
Son of a bitch. I'm putting my glasses on.
Okay, here we go.
There we go. So number 1, Florida man arrested for trying to sell NASA's secret moon rocks on the internet.
course he did.
2, Florida man blamed invisible lesbians for his behavior at a community pool.
I had that happen one time.
3, Florida man bites off his brother's penis after he walks in on his brother having sex with his cousin on his favorite Dragon Ball Z blanket.
What the fuck?
Florida man wearing a red lace bra and prosthetic silicone breasts was arrested at a construction site with a loaded gun hidden under the prosthetics.
Well, if you're going to
He was trying to pull a blackie from Wasp.
Florida man arrested for attempting to barbecue pedophiles at motel. Florida man who collected flamethrowers accidentally set his own house on fire.
Jim, what the fuck, dude?
I know, this is a hard one.
Wow. I need a minute.
I worked on this today. I took my time. It wasn't like last week where
It was good, though, last
he
week.
turned the thing and just did it in the corner.
How the fuck is... Like, there's just so much wrong with all of this.
Exactly.
It's Florida, dude. I would have my cousin Bob come on from Florida, but he still thinks he saved me from drowning at a time when he wasn't there, but God love the guy. So keep your eye over there, because see if anybody has anybody's playing.
No.
I don't think anybody's...
I lost my feed.
No, it's still going. Nobody's commenting on
Wow.
on YouTube tonight, so...
Because we're on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm here.
We'll go back to Tuesday soon.
But, no, the feed's still going.
Okay.
Okay. It's because I'm here tonight.
I want to say Dragon Ball Z just because that's such an obscure thing, but it's such an obscure thing that I don't think it's in your repertoire.
Bree's going to guess 4. The guy wearing the brassiere and prosthetics. Okay.
And Nancy's listening.
What'd she say?
She said number 3.
Number 3? All right.
So
our wives are listening to what we're doing.
How do you barbecue pedophiles? I just don't understand that one. Claire Marie.
See, that's
Claire's
the one
like,
I'm torn
damn.
on. That's the one I'm torn on.
Because you want it to be true so badly, don't you?
I'm
Right.
I'm leaning toward the Dragon Ball Z, and I mentioned it because it's so fucking obscure. But I'm trying to think, what would Jim...
Well, I will throw in a little mix. I will give you full transparency. I am a Dragon Ball fan.
Okay. So number 1, I've heard that story countless times.
I heard this one of the things he did last week. I had heard before, but it probably just didn't happen in fucking Florida.
Right. So number 1 for me is out the door because that's a given. That's happened all over the United States.
I like his rationale.
Probably all over the world. So my gut is either going with 5 or 6. And I'm going to...
I'm saying 5.
You're going to go with 5.
Okay, so Paul's going to go 5.
I don't understand how that's happened. Like, what are you doing? How does that work?
You're gonna have Florida man who collects flamethrowers accidentally sets his own house on fire.
Of course he did.
I'm thinking that didn't happen in Florida. That happened somewhere farther north, below the Mason-Dixon line.
I like the thought process here.
And I am officially going to go with number 6.
Okay.
I like
now that I'm here.
It's
I'm
across
probably
the
gonna
board.
completely,
It's split.
Screw it.
Shit. Now it's going to be hard to dime them out, but okay.
You got to dime somebody out.
All right. Here we go. All right.
Fucking.
Okay.
Now that I'm here, it's totally not going to work, and I'm going to lose my reigning title.
Oh, no.
No worries. All right. Anyone else?
You'll get a bonus prize.
Anybody anywhere? Nope. Okay.
No, just damn.
Bueller.
All right. So here we go. So obviously the invisible lesbian story is true.
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
So, see, now I have to start breaking people's hearts. The Dragon Ball Z one is true.
Wow.
Yeah, and I would do the same if someone was fucking around my Dragon Ball Z and cousin. But I get that. But yeah, that one's true.
When he said he was a fan, that's how I knew it wasn't number 3.
Yeah. This one is true. I don't know the
I want to know that
details, but
story.
I can look them up if you want.
I was gonna.
Do I
I got
retain-
a fire going, and I got the briquettes.
Do I retain my title?
Bree, I'm sorry, this one is true.
Oh no!
Oh shit!
As much as I wanted it not to be, it's true.
Joby, fucking asshole.
And the last one that is untrue is this one.
Oh!
The net I had.
Dude.
I researched it. It's a myth. It's not true.
I've heard that.
I know. It's actually
Whoa.
supposedly he did
okay.
it on
So for
Craigslist.
those that are listening, Jim has employed technique.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Of the common folklore now.
I actually do
You used
fact
to do
check.
this based on your.
No. I've always researched.
I always
this.
thought it was stuff that you would.
Dude, if I had
come
all
up
this
with.
shit running around my head, I'd be a fucking lunatic more than I am now, obviously.
Oh,
No,
my
I
God. Everybody's shocked and dismayed.
don't. Yeah, it's not in my head. I actually do look this stuff
And
up.
Meg is shocked and
Yep, there you go.
herself.
But yep, it the one that actually sounds kind of normal. But yeah, I looked it up because I thought that one was real too, but apparently not.
Damn.
Well, unfortunately,
Oh, hi Claire.
I see. This brings us to the
I
end
resolved
of
my
our
title.
show.
Hey, it happens. It
I hate to
happens.
say it. This brings us to the end of the show. So if there's anything you guys want to promote, Jim, we'll start with you.
Well, it's a day late, but if you're
$1 short.
hanging around next Tuesday and you don't know what to do and you don't have enough booze in the house, and even if you do, just check out moncoradio.com and check out the Cat Call, my daughter's radio show. Just see the damage we've done.
Nice. Of course, we're playing the.
Who's we? Who?
We.
Come
Romeo
on.
Delight.
Thank you.
Wait. We're not broad. Wait.
The famous.
Oh, what happened?
What happened?
Where
We
is
died.
it? There we
went
are.
out? Oh,
Sorry.
we ran
Jesus
out of-
Christ.
Plug the band.
It's the liquor.
We are at Friday, February 27th at the Broken Goblet. I believe that is.
of course, I'm
Ben-
competing with you
Ben
that
Sailing.
night.
Of course.
Fuckers.
You bastard.
We had last year. We had an initial show. Our first show there. We completely sold it out.
Not to mention, I'd like to go.
Yeah,
Do you think I can ditch my band that night?
sure. Why not?
Yeah, they'll probably only murder the shit out of you.
And I do want to say real quick, thank you for coming out to the Night Attack show
Oh, dude, my
back
pleasure.
in December. It
That
was
fun.
awesome. That was fun as hell to do with Mark.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you for lending him to us and
No, I
letting him
didn't.
add to
It
the
was just
family and coming
strange
out.
coincidence.
It was awesome. Great guitar player. Loved working with him.
Oh, dude, he's the best.
And the Monday nights of rehearsals was so much fun.
Ball busting central.
Yes.
I know.
Yummy.
We have some other bigger shows that are going to be
For
towards
Night Attack?
not for Nat.
Oh.
Well, we are back at the. We are already booked for this December, the first Saturday in December. I don't know what the date is off the top of my head. We're back there this year. Again,
I think I might be there.
it'd be our 12th year that we're doing.
And if
Nat
my
Attack.
son's not playing that night, I'll actually stay the whole night.
Oh my God.
we
Cup runneth over.
we were supposed to play somewhere in the Philadelphia area, but due to someone announcing his shows, I'm not going to say anything, and his tour, we kind of got pushed back. It was going to be our biggest local show, hands down. We were getting ready to, bust out the big guns and promote the hell out of it and whatnot. But that will probably be either later this year, God willing, or sometime early next year or within the next
Here's
year.
the great thing. If you guys are doing it, Mark's there, I'll be off most likely, unless I'm
Well,
on vacation.
no. I'm not talking about Night
Oh, you're
Attack.
talking
I'm talking about
Romeo
Romeo
Delight. See, you gotta keep
I'm
him in the game. Thank you.
Thank you. So we're gonna do that. And
I
we
was-
have some
I'm
other shows.
just
We're
going.
back at Daryl's house, Mock Chunk Opera House. Back down in Ocean City, Maryland again for I believe Spring Fest. Off the top of my head, we had back in October we did Fall Fest to the tune of approximately 4,000 people. The pictures and everything were it was a great show. We couldn't believe that so many people were there at 1:00 in the afternoon on a cold October afternoon. And it was
What else are you doing a cold
mobbed.
October Nave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have some other things that are in the works. for possibly a few travel gigs, and on to bigger and better things.
Good.
Like I said earlier, it's non-negotiable. Things are going to get done, and we're going to kick ass and chew bubblegum.
But you're all out of bubblegum?
Nope.
And
they live.
If everything goes poorly, you can always put the bubblegum on your toe and then kick ass and then pull them in.
Yeah.
What?
Whatever.
Exactly.
We needed to drink more, apparently.
Sure.
You're playing this Friday
I
down
am.
the street?
I'm playing Friday night at Screwballs with Old School, and unfortunately, Mike, our drummer, and sound man and light man, is unavailable. He is having a problem with his wrist, and we wish him the best, and we hope that will clear up soon.
I'm available.
Well, we have James Smith sitting in on drums, and Bob Chavis is coming to do vocals, and he's going to bring his sound system.
If you need me to assist, I'm available.
Reach out to Bob. I don't know anything about the sound system.
Okay, yeah.
Bob and I are cobbling together a light show. I can't say it'll be the greatest. It'll be sufficient.
Effective.
As people know, typically we bring a big light show. We don't bring it to McStew's because they have their own stuff. But
should I bring my fog machine?
Bob said he's got a small hazer.
Hazer's better than a fog machine because the hazer keeps going all night.
Oh, no, this would be like a house on fire.
You just have to watch it. Doesn't
if I
set
brought
off
the one that I used this Halloween, I think we'd have the fire department.
Yeah. I've had firemen come to my house.
So, anyway, Pat Shoemaker.
What the hell, man?
Better late than never. Anyway, so we'll Old School will be at Screwballs this weekend. We play there every month. It's going to be a little interesting this weekend with James on drums. I've never played with him. I don't even know what the fuck's going to happen. So this is going to be fun.
I love those kind of gigs.
It could be a train wreck.
It does get a little exciting.
Absolutely. You know what? Sometimes they are the funnest gigs
ever
done.
Well, we did one about 3 or 4 weeks ago at McStew's.
Yep. I wasn't there, unfortunately.
Mike had the flu or something. Bob had something else.
Bob's throat was acting up, yeah.
They were both
Sick
very
as
sick.
dogs. Yeah.
Bob was sick for about 3 weeks, and so we had Claire, who sits in. Claire's like our 1/3 singer. She sits in on a third of the shows with Bob. So Claire did 2 sets with us. My band Instinct opened up the show. Terry from Instinct got up and sang some songs with Claire, and singularly, it was a fantastic.
You were able to cover the night. Yeah.
We covered the night, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff that you know. Unfortunately, your bandmates aren't there, but they're the nights that you go, wow, that was
interesting, different.
I shat myself for no reason.
I've had,
that's what happens to me, Jim. Whenever there's a disturbance in the force, and I have to, I'm a fucking mess for the 24 hours to 72 hours leading up to that show. I'm fairly relaxed right now about Friday night. I feel like everything's going to be
it'll be fine.
Okay, I'm knocking on plastic. Maybe I should knock on wood. That's good wood. That's Korean wood.
Out of the plethora of wood that's in this room.
Wood.
Stop playing with your wood.
I knocked on all the continents. Okay.
Jesus.
Hit that wood.
Even Antarctica?
That's it. We're done. Fuck off.
Oh, that's it? All right. We're back next week, yes?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so we'll be back next Wednesday.
I will resume my Florida crown.
Yeah, there you go. See, you were just nervous. It's like being on a game show.
Right. When you're at the game
show.
If
you're home, it's
terrible.
He'll perform better next year.
It happens to everybody.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Maybe he'll drive 3 hours again to get here.
Yeah.
Down the Schuylkill.
No, thank you for being here, man. Really.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you for
Joby.
bringing stuff. Holy fuck! Go away. Stop. We're not doing it anymore. There's a.
Damn it, Jim.
It's not my fault. I can't.
Damn it,
I
Jim.
can't
I'm a bass
violate
player,
the
not a
rules of
doctor.
physics, man.
Do you know what that means?
Have a good night. See you next week. Everybody come to Screwballs. Bye-bye. Who's that from?
Get the fuck
Shut
out.
it down.
Yeah. All right. Right. Yep.
Yes, dear.
We're out. Thank you for everybody stopping by. And all right, Pat, we know you're working. Don't be nasty, but still, we miss you. Okay, fucker, we miss you. We want you to.
Yeah. What the hell?
I get you're
All
busy.
These freaking bass players.
But it's
man.
about us, okay? Yeah, Jesus.
All right.
No. All right, we're out. We'll see you.
Ciao.
Good night. Auf Wiedersehen.
See you then.